What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with another Tom MacDonald reaction. This time we taking a look at Angels. I'm guessing that this might be more of a kind of like a counter to what he did with his other one, Best Rappers, right? When he was kind of struggling with his inner demons or whatnot, his inner feelings and everything. I did do a reaction to that song. Definitely go check that out if you want. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and shut up, turn it up, see what Tom MacDonald's talking about.
It's not the liquor I'm addicted to, it's feeling brave. The feeling of not feeling the pain. I've been on and off the bottle, I put oxys out my nostrils. Believe me, you do anything to breathe before you suffocate. I couldn't stop it, staying clean was not an option. I was trying to be myself, but being me was such a problem. I just wanted to be Thomas, but Thomas was at the bottom of a hole he dug and getting comfortable inside a coffin.
Already kind of hitting us with them hitting us with these bars, man. So he basically was saying, you know, he was trying to breathe, you know, before he suffocate, right? Because when it comes to drug addiction and of the like, you know, you feel more clear when you are under the influence than you're not, you know. So he's saying, and also, you know, if you overtake, you suffocate, not necessarily suffocate, but you know, you would die, you know, because the drugs will pretty much, you know, overtake you, you know what I'm saying? So trying to breathe before it's uptake. And he said he was trying to be Thomas and everything. But the thing about it is that when it comes to like the music business and whatnot, sometimes if you start being yourself and you put it out, you know, a lot of people probably ain't gonna feel it. So a lot of people do what is called like imposter syndrome, where they will mimic somebody else who's done something a certain style and has had really, really success with it. I think this is the reason why originality has died in the music industry, because if you do be yourself and people ain't feeling it, you're going to feel that insane amount of pressure and you're going to want to do what everybody else is doing. And then you kind of lose sight of who you are, right? So like he said, you're no longer Thomas, or you're no longer Tom, you somebody else, you know what I mean?
I couldn't stop it, staying clean was not an option. I was trying to be myself, but being me was such a problem. I just wanted to be Thomas, but Thomas was at the bottom of a hole he dug and getting comfortable inside a coffin. He locked it and swallowed the key, caught up, forgot all his dreams, robbed at a common, became embalmed in a toxic routine. Beer was the escape, but I got stuck escaping. Whiskey was the blanket in the coldest basement. Way before the fame, I was wasted, freezing, doing anything I could to keep the flame lit. To anyone going through the same, heaven's got enough angels, you need to stay here. And I can't make you stay, but sometimes going ain't a choice.
Sing it.
And every choice you make is one that you didn't avoid. Crash the whip and ditch the car, burn a bridge, follow the stars. You'll find monsters in the dark, but nothing's worth it till it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to see things clear through your tears, but anywhere is way better than here. Fight your fear. It's not the liquor I'm...
See, man. See, this is why I like doing reactions to artists like Tom MacDonald, you know. Is like a breath of release from all this mainstream nonsense that we've been hearing. You know, ain't nobody talking about nothing these days. And I have to blame the labels for that, you know what I mean? Because you make music like this, you know, with the big labels, you know, they don't want to take that risk, you know, big money. They spend a lot of money on their productions and everything. They don't want to take that risk. So they do their keywords, they do their searching, and you finding all these songs about self-help. And then, you know, they'll probably workshop and be like, ain't nobody really feeling this, right? Today's music that's playing, this type of stuff that you put on is just kind of like brain dead music, you know? Music you ain't really got to pay attention to. But when you come to independent artists like Tom MacDonald, who has his own platform and his own creative decisions, he has a little bit, he has more of an impact on the community than some of the big name artists, because he pretty much can choose his topics. So drug abuse, right? Getting out of drug abuse, it feels like that's the only way you're going to keep going. But that way is towards self-destruction, you know. And he's saying heaven has enough angels. You need to stay down here on earth and kind of work your way through it. And the best thing about this is that Tom MacDonald is speaking from experience. You know what I mean? By the way that he's saying these things, you know, drugs, and he's saying whiskey, keeping them cold at night, you know, keeping the fuse lit and everything. Some people stay under the influence of drugs in order to fuel their music, right? It's literally drug infused music. And you get used to that, right? Like I said, it's a blanket. You get used to that and you feel like you can't produce unless you under this influence. It becomes a crutch. So this song to me is speaking that Tom MacDonald broke free of that prison that he was in, and now he's who he wants to be, and then he's making the best music of his life.
I'm addicted to it's feeling tough. When you get bullied half your life, you feel weak, like you just ain't enough. Then you have a couple drinks and you catch a buzz and finally have the courage to defend yourself and throw a punch. And that adrenaline goes straight into your brain and blood. Addicted to the confidence, it's practically the greatest drug. Chasing dragons every night in all the latest clubs. What used to be your favorite thing somehow became a dangerous crutch. It was what it was. And that's the thing, it can happen to like any of us. I had great parents, tight friends, strong morals, nice threads, good school, good looking, good grades, time spent. Being normal only lasted for a while. One bad choice sparked a downward spiral. I've spent half my life trying to climb out of that hole. Heaven's got angels, we need you at home. And I can't make you stay, but sometimes going ain't a choice. And every choice you make is one that you didn't avoid. Crash the whip and ditch the car. Burn a bridge, follow the stars. You'll find monsters in the dark, but nothing's worth it till it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to see things clear through your tears. But anywhere is way better than here. Fight your fear. It ain't the liquor we're addicted to, it's everything else. The happiness we had, but we forget how it felt. We've been drinking with the devil cause we're going through hell. Pray to God for a little bit of help. Man, I've been there, I did those things. I drank those drinks, I took those pills, I puked in sinks. And the truth ain't pretty, listen up, this is a tough one. You get saved by your angels or become one. Crash the whip and ditch the car. Burn a bridge, follow the stars.
Hold on. Run that back, Tom.
The truth ain't pretty, listen up, this is a tough one. You get saved by your angels or become one. Crash the whip.
Bro, you get saved by your angels or become one, right? You either saved by the grace of the angels. Now, this ain't even gotta be like this ain't even gotta be from like a Christian standpoint, right? This could just be from just kind of like an analogy, right? You get saved by your angels or become one. Now, sometimes angel could come in the form of somebody who's like really, really looking out for you. You know what I mean? You would refer to them as an angel because they've done nothing but provide you with opportunities to kind of better yourself. You know what I'm saying? So look at angels in that kind of perspective, but also or become one, because if you die, you pretty much a spirit. Right. So you get saved by your angels and become one. And then he touched on what I was just saying, you know, that confidence. You guys ever seen the movie The Office? There was this Indian guy on there and he said confidence. He said it was the food of the wise man, but the liquor of the fool. Now, isn't that a good phrase right there? Confidence, the food of the wise man, but the liquor of the fool. Because that confidence that you gain by staying drunk, and it ain't just liquor, but the confidence you gain by consuming all these things is false confidence. And then when you off of it, you ain't gonna know who you are anymore. And it's a dangerous game because it's so easy. And you have all these doors that just open once you start doing these things under the influence. And not only that, but being under the influence is popular. You know what I mean? And you got artists out here who every time they talk, they sound like they drugged up because it's just become a norm. And it's hard to break out of that cycle. Like I said, when things get dark, you know, you can't just turn around. You got to keep pushing forward. Come on, y'all, man. Tom out here speaking his truth.
Ditch the car, burn a bridge, follow the stars. You'll find monsters in the dark, but nothing's worth it till it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to see things clear through your tears, but anywhere is way better than here. Fight your fears.
Ooh, that cello. That's nice. Yeah, good stuff, man. See, every time I look at Tom MacDonald stuff, I just know that he about to spit out some truths, man. He ain't that type of artist that, you know, as I'm starting to learn, you know, starting to listen to more of his songs, he ain't really that type of artist to kind of waste his time. You know, he definitely understands his platform, right? He understands his listeners, he understands his audience, and he also is aware of everything that's going on in the world. You know, he ain't just putting out mindless music. It's usually always addressing something. Now, of course, he has some parody videos where he's either making fun of himself or anything, or he's kind of like addressing the haters and everything. And then you have songs like this where viewers like ourselves can connect a little bit more, and maybe we can learn a little bit more about ourselves. Now, when it comes to the music industry, this is definitely one of them songs that somebody who's up and coming or somebody who's just about to sign to a big label will want to hear, because one thing that is lacking in the music industry is originality. It is lacking. Everybody's sounding the same. You know what I mean? So good on you, Tom MacDonald. You guys let me know what y'all thought about this video down in the comments. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.